Good blessed Tuesday night, February the 14th, 2023. The time being about 11:33 p.m. I greet all human beings all around the world with the universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. It doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor your religious beliefs may be. It doesn't matter whether you're the richest to the poorest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter whether you the proclaim toughest to the proclaim weakest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter if you my family, friends, nor my proclaim enemies. I still greet all you with that same universal greetings. It doesn't matter whether you like me or anything that I say or do. Tonight, what I wants to let you all know, I felt a bad experience tonight here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County, down at City Hall at the City Council meeting. With all due respect, I was the only black individual there tonight. I didn't feel, there's one female in there, which is, I believe, the police department, the city clerk. I felt comfortable with her because every time I go down to the police station to get documents or ask if any documents been found, she's so polite. You know, she's real respectful, and she's white, but she's real respectful. She remind me of somewhat of the other clerk, but that used to be there before, the black one. She was real polite and nice. But I went there tonight to complain about Bobby Hearns, the chief of police, for not where his officers refusing to file police reports when crimes being done to me and my daughters here in Charleston, Missouri. Last year, in April the 12th, 2022, I addressed it to City Council concerning Robert Hearns again in the they city attorney Tabitha. She was Thurman, I think it was, before. She used to be the prosecuting attorney here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County. Now she's the city's attorney. She's no different than Robert Hearns. She's no different than this Scorpion unit in this corrupted system here. But when I made a complaint about Robert Hearns in the police department allowing a police officer by the name of Mark Higgins to bring a letter from the to my home. Number one, he was trespassing because he didn't have a warrant. He came with a letter that was open, a letter that wasn't sealed, a letter that wasn't even stamped and sealed or went through a court, prosecuting attorney, or nobody else, but a letter from the executive director from the housing authority, Paul Page, that said that I was banned from the Charleston, Missouri Housing Authority properties. I complained, and then the city manager and the individual that was switching over to be mayor, they said that this officer had no business bringing that letter. They even told, because Robert Hearns, the chief of police, and the city attorney Tabitha tried to say that they do this here all the time, but they superiors told them that the Charleston, Missouri Housing Authority didn't have nothing to do with that. They told me they'll get back with me. That was April the 12th of 2022. They never got back with me. I complained about Robert Hearns again because on December the 21st and December the 22nd of 2022, a group of young black individuals was terrorizing the black communities, and I put it up on my YouTube, and they made a threat on my YouTube telling me if I didn't told me to take that S down or I was next. I didn't take it down, and they came up on their promise. They attacked in my house twice with not just eggs, but you could see on my security cameras, they had flare guns. And then when me and my daughter went to follow them to call the police while they was running, They shot flare guns and paint guns, damaging the windshield on my car. I told the 2 responding officers. They never written a report. I seen another officer about 2 or 3 days later, told him about it. And he wrote a field report to go down to the police department to find the report of the 2 officers from the 21st and the 22nd, nowhere to be found. The newspaper said on the 21st and the 22nd of December 2022, there was no police activity. That's a lie. But I brought that to the attention to the city manager on the 3rd of January. He told me he'll get back with me. He was going to talk to Robert Hearns. 27 days later, he didn't get back with me. So I went back down there on the 30th of January, asked him what was going on with my complaint. Why wasn't the crimes committed against me? Why wasn't the police report made? And why it wasn't in the newspaper? He said, well, Raymond, I talked to Robert Hearns, and he said in order for it be the police report or be in the newspaper, it had to be a crime committed. And I explained to him that my security cameras had the crime on my security camera. My YouTube has the threats that they made, the ones who attacked in my house, the threats they made saying that they would kidnap my daughters. He told me he'll get back with me. He didn't get back with me. So today I went to the city council meeting, February the 14th, 2023. And they said the citizens had 3 minutes. I was the only citizen there that wanted to that wasn't on no agenda, that wanted to make a statement. When I was explaining to them, had the newspaper showing facts that Robert Hearns told the city manager that what happened to my house wasn't a crime. And as I was explaining to them, letting them know Robert Hearns and their city attorney has been doing this to me and my family for the longest when crimes being committed against us. Robert Hearns interrupted me saying, your 3 minutes up, talking real aggressive. Then I told him I wasn't talking to you, I'm talking to them. I know in normal city council meetings, like in Carbondale and other normal places, the city mayor would tell them your time is up. Robert Hearns seemed to run this here town on everything, not just the police department, but even city council. But the city mayor there, which had on a police or a sheriff shirt, he said, wait a minute. I said, don't worry about it. And he said, how much more time you need? I said, don't worry about it. And then he said, no. And I went on and told him, give me a few more seconds. And I explained to him, had the newspaper. I said, I've been having this problem with Robert Hearns for the longest. And he told the city clerk to get my number. And I gave it to everybody in there. But this is something I want to show you. Back in 2015, you see what this says? This is a Scorpion unit. Not everybody in here. The black lady that's in the front row to the with the green on, she not a part of it. The children's not a part of it. But everybody else in there, you will see where they locations is. Lester Gillespie is to your all the way to the back on your to the right. The guy with the glasses on. You got Arthur Cassell in there. You got Floyd Wade, and you have people. It's gonna show you who it is. But these is Scorpion units. And let me show you what they said. They said the Charles, Missouri group formed the Coalition to Stop Violence. Now, the Coalition to Stop Violence, you seen when it was formed? Around October of 2015. We done had multiple shootings and killings. You ain't seen none of these people. I wanna go to the next thing. All right. This is this coalition now. It was supposedly formed in October of 2015. Now, look what it says. The Charleston, Missouri, well, we forget KFVS 12 because they just report certain stuff. They don't report both sides of stories here in Charleston, Missouri. But Charleston, Missouri, a group consisting of clergy, law enforcement, concerned citizens, and non-government organizations came together in Charleston, Missouri Thursday afternoon, October the 29th, to show unified opposition to recent violence in the community. The group met at the courthouse and urged residents to come together for the common good and make the community a safe, drug-free place to live. They asked for the public's support and cooperation with the law enforcement and the judicial system. Now, y'all heard what they said on there? These people claiming to be a coalition against violence in Charleston, Missouri. But if you look at my YouTube videos, multiple violence against me and my daughters, we can't even get police reports made. Let me show you. I'm going to go to the next thing, but this is what we calling a scorpion unit. Okay, this is the finishing up on it. It say, nobody in this town should fear being shot. If you commit a crime with a gun or try to tamper or intimidate a witness, you can expect an aggressive enforcement of the law and prosecution from all the law enforcement agencies in this county. Listen good now. The groups represented in the coalition against consists of the St. Matthew's Full Gospel Missionary Church, Baptist Church. That's Floyd Wade, I believe it is. Opportunity Church of God in Christ. That's Steve Betts. Mercy Seat Missionary Baptist Church. That's Arthur Cassell. Perry Chapel A&M Church. Now Perry Chapel, I give it to the female. That's the pastor there. I don't include her in this here. What I'm speaking about, the Scorpion unit. Charleston United Methodist Church. I don't put they pastor in it because I done heard him before. Me and him talk before. When I introduced myself, he said he knew me with my YouTube video. But the chief of police go to this church. The sheriff go to this church. And many other individuals that run the city of Charleston, Missouri, go to this church, which I believe is predominantly, if not all white. But I don't have nothing against that. The NAACP. The NAACP to me and my family is worse than the Ku Klux Klan. I give the Ku Klux Klan more credit than the NAACP. Susanna Wesley Family Learning Center. I done told y'all about them. All of these people, they get grant money and they're not doing nothing. They don't show up to no violence in the city. Violence has happened to me and my daughters many a time since 2015. The Susanna Wesley have a victim advocate thing. The prosecuting attorney's office have one, and Susanna Wesley worked with them. Nan Tammy that it came to me and my daughters now. Then look who else. The Mississippi County Sheriff Department in the Charleston Department of Public Safety. All of them supposed to be in a unified group that's supposed to be a coalition against violence in Charleston, Missouri. Y'all tell me how many times y'all seen all of these people show up anywhere besides in the courtroom October the 29th, 2015. Let's go to the next. Now, Robert Hearns is all the way, if this arrow would show him, that's Robert Hearns right there. Robert Hearns is the chief of police, head of the Scorpion unit. Right next to him is, I believe, Brenton Douglas. That's the one came out on the 21st and the 22nd that I made a complaint of December 2022, made the complaint about the people that attacked us. Brenton Douglas, he was originally on the Charleston, Missouri Police Department, and he went to the East Prairie Police Department with Mark Higgins that I told y'all came to my house with a letter that had no legal boundings on March the 12th, 2022 for Paul Page, the executive director for the Housing Authority. But Mark Higgins ran for sheriff in East Prairie, Missouri, won. He was an officer here in Charleston, Missouri. He took Brenton Douglas, the Arizona now, took him down there with them. And after his term was up, after Higgins' term was up, he had hired a female dispatcher before his term was up, but the female dispatcher ran against him. Let me tell you, East Prairie is 99% white. They voted Higgins out and sent Higgins and Brent Douglas back to Charleston, Missouri as regular police officers. Now Brenton Douglas is on the ambulance service here in Mississippi County. Let me see, right in the back of him, another crooked police. And his last name is Coleman. He's no longer here. Okay. This one here, I believe his name is Curtis. Curtis was one of the 5 police and sheriff in May of 2017 that was going. They was gang banging. I don't know if Curtis was a part of it, but Curtis turned all up men. But a black individual from Nashville, Tennessee, was tased, jumped on, maced by 5. It was a combined 5 Charleston, Missouri police and Mississippi County sheriff deputies combined together. It wasn't 10, but it was combined together, all white. The man ended up dying. Okay, let me see the next one. I don't think that's Higgins. I think this guy used to be a dog catcher, but he's not there no more neither. Brenda Bedford, she has a history. She did something in 2012, tried to force my then 5-year-old daughter to say that a bus driver was trying to help him when I had made a complaint that he abused her. And she didn't even write a police report. I told y'all about that today. I had to go all the way to Washington, D.C. And they sent a investigating unit down. And then the blacks that was working there helped it. Brenda Bedford and the other whites in the Charleston R1 school district say that my complaint wasn't valid. Okay, and behind her, I give it to him, that's Wes McDermott. Wes McDermott, anytime that I filed something, Wes McDermott would always make sure the report is filed, even if I criticize the police department. He the one let it be seen that on the 22nd and the 21st and the 22nd of December 2022, that I made a complaint and called in to the police department, both times the emergency part, but the 2 police that showed up didn't file nothing, but he made a field report. All the way in the back is Sergeant Percy Owens, the only black on here. Since the 27 years I've been down here, 90% of the time, Percy Owens been the only black. The other blacks that was on there quit. Okay. This one here, I believe, I forgot his name. But I think he was one of the other ones that was in on that case that jumped on the black guy in the Mississippi County Jail. His name was Torrey D. Sanders. Google it up, y'all. Torrey D. Sanders dies in the Mississippi County Jail, May of 2017. I can't. I think is that Albright? This looked like Albright. I don't know if it is or not, but he the one that wrote a phony report. But let me get the next one here. This is Brenda Bedford's son, Keith Bedford. In May the 8th, I think, of 2011, he shot and killed a 34-year-old black mentally ill guy, and they didn't charge him with nothing. They put him on administrative leave with pay for a while. But his mother, Brenda Bedford, was out there. The black Sergeant Percy was out there, and Chief of Police was out there. Chief of Police, Percy, and his mother had 20 or 30-something years on the force. They didn't see this guy as a threat, but Keith did. But let's go to the next one. Back there, that's what is his name? Hinton, Austin Hinton, another crooked police that was in on May the 17th, 2017, jumping on that defenseless, mentally ill guy in the Mississippi County Jail who ended up dying, but they said that he died of anxiety. But these guys gang banged him just like them 5 individual Scorpion units in Memphis, Tennessee. Beat this guy to death, maced him, tased him. They did all of this here. But they was never charged. Next to him, an outstanding brother, man. I call him a brother, James Williams. Had sense enough to quit the Charleston Police Department. He's now a part of the Missouri State Highway Patrol. James Williams, the only ones that don't like him is more than likely criminals. James Williams, him and his wife, you know, they help blacks, you know, in the schools, in every place else. James has been a good police officer ever since I know him. Mooney, I ain't never had no encounters with him. You never too much see him. He's the captain. They said he's about to retire, but other people done said things, but I'm not going to say what other people said. But I'm going to just say, with the exception of James in West McDermott, I don't think, but I just want to say, look at this here real close and ask yourself, why is all these police study quitting? Because Robert Hearns never promotes none of these people and then try to have them to do stuff crooked. Let me go to the next one. This is when I was born in 1958. This is Eugene Bill Connors in Mobile, Alabama. This is what Robert Hearns says. This is what they say in Carbondale, Illinois, City Council, if the shoe fit, wear it, the police department, NAACP. But this is what Bull Connor said. And this was Hearns was saying today when I was at that meeting in the city council meeting. Damn the law. Down here, we make our own laws. And who is he talking about? I'm going to read that again. Damn the law. Down here, we make our own laws. Bull County was he was the commissioner of public safety for 22 years. Bobby Hearns been the director of the police department here in Charleston, Missouri for 20-some years or more. Let's go to the next thing so I can show you who Bill Connors is, who the chief of police in Charleston, Missouri is, who runs Charleston, Missouri. This is who run them. Y'all see what that is? That's Ku Klux Klan in masses, y'all. I mean, in they sheets. This what Bill Connors was saying. This is what Bobby Hearns was saying. Even though them guys shot flares at me and my daughters, they shot flares at my house. Even though on March the 23rd, 2022, when a mob of individual black and white felons came attacking me, trying to attack me and my daughters, no police report. Bobby Hearns, the chief of police, Brent Farrow, the sheriff of Mississippi County here in Charleston, Missouri, they said, let's go back to Bull Connors. Damn the law down here, we makes the law. That's what they saying. He showed y'all that on the Brent Farrow showed y'all that on January 11, 2023, when he went all the way down to Vienna, Illinois, which the county and taxpayers pay him to govern the city of Charleston in Mississippi County. But he was down there going to court with a criminal, Barry Morgan, his captain, who was charged twice with 2 charges from the Illinois State Police, who supersede the sheriff with official misconduct and battery stemming from a prisoner that he had. But he said, damn the law, damn the city commission, damn Raymond Ivey, damn Charleston, Missouri and Mississippi County. I'm going down here to support him. And let me tell you this here. Look what happened down here on December the 7th, 2022 on the corner of Lee Street and Vine, with a black female that's living in the house of one of these NAACP members or president or vice president who's tied. He was in that picture with the coalition against violence, but he was committing violence on this black young lady who had a child in the house with her at the time. At least one girl couldn't have been no more about 7 or 8 years old. And you can hear the female screaming, "Stop, you hurt me." And a sheriff deputy was there. And you can hear when they handcuff, and I'm going to tell you who it was, Lester Gillespie. Handcuff him. He said he wanted this girl out of his house. The sheriff told them, you can't do it. The sheriff deputy said, you can't do it like this here. Handcuffed him, and he told him to call Brent Farrow. No charges so far on this guy, on Lester Gillespie. Pushing this door on this girl, and then we going back. The sheriff made his deputy take Lester Gillespie out of cuffs. Ain't no charges. And what he's saying, damn the law. Down here, we make our own laws. Let's see who make the laws, and let's end this here. The Ku Klux Klan make the laws down here. The Ku Klux Klan make the laws in Carbondale, Illinois. You seen the way they did the investigation with my son in Carbondale, Illinois. You seen how the NAACP, they always have these black, Malcolm X called them house Negroes. You see what I'm saying? Some people call him Uncle Tom, but they're not Uncle Tom. Uncle Tom was smart. He was just like the house Negro that wasn't a house Negro. They was in there to tell some of the field Negroes what these individuals was plotting. But I'm going to leave y'all with this here. Down here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County, down in Carbondale, Illinois, Jackson County, y'all need to start videotaping. If you scared to put it up, send it to Raymond Lewis Ivy. Y'all help me try to get the federal government, the Department of Justice, to investigate Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County, Police Department, Sheriff Department, City Hall, courts, the same thing in Carbondale, Illinois, Jackson County. Peace be still.